Television has a new voice of reason with the financial wisdom of Susie Orman and the wit of Medea.
How much was that purse?
The purse, $600.
How much money do you have in there right now?
I have 3 credit cards and
Okay,
maybe...
how much money do you have in the purse right now? It's an easy, simple question, Mrs. Jones. Is it 0?
Yes.
Okay, let me help you understand the universal purse test. If the purse costs more than the amount of money you can keep in it on a regular basis, leave it on the rack.
My daughter's getting ready to go to the Navy. She's horrible with money. I bought her a business. I don't know what she did with the money.
The money that I make, they tell me it's your money, you spend it. So I spend it how I would like to spend it.
She's 17 and she's already had 4 cars.
You created this mess.
Debtor's Court with Lynn Richardson.
Mr. Shorter, you're the plaintiff. Tell me your story.
Well, to make it simple for you, my daughter's getting ready to go to the Navy, and I just really want her to learn some good spending habits before she goes. She's horrible with money. I like to tell people I have the world's worst roommate. She's 17 now, and she feels like she's grown. Again, she has a part-time job, and maybe she works 6 hours a week, so about $60 a week. And as soon as she gets money, she's going and buying things like shoes, she's getting makeup, she's getting her hair done, her nails done, and she's not getting anything essential to her life to better her future. For example, her grandpa gave her money to get her driver's license, and I don't know what she did with the money. It's just gone, but she doesn't have her driver's license. And that's just one example. Another example is a couple of weeks ago, she left the house for 3 days. I don't know where she was. She came back to the house, and the first thing she said to me is, "Dad, we're out of soap. Where's the soap?" I was like, "What are you talking about? Last time I checked, I thought you were grown. You make your own rules," but she still wants me to be dad at the end of the day. And of course, her mom gave in and gave her some soap, and I'm trying to teach her some tough love. But in the same regards, I try to make her life a little bit easier than mine was. So being that she is 17 and it's hard for her to find a job, I bought her a business. A mobile detailing business, and I have pictures of the van. I've found clients for her. She's washed about 7 cars that I did my work to find her clients. She just has no initiative. She won't go out and get clients for herself. So now the van's just sitting there costing me money, and it's getting out of control.
Okay, tell me your story.
My dad actually believes that I have a problem.
You have to speak up.
Okay.
He believes
Speak
that
up.
I have a problem, but I don't see it as a problem being that I'm 17 and a half and I'm still a minor and I still live in his house. So for me, the money that I make, they tell me, well, it's your money, you spend it. So I spend it how I would like to spend it, on clothes, hair, shoes, nails, all of that type of stuff, because at home I know that I'll be okay. And that's what I'm allowed to do. So I take the initiative. Now with the business that he's bought, it wasn't just on me. I also worked a business with my aunt, and she would be the driver because I do not have my driver's license. And with the driver's license, the money that my grandfather gave me, I had actually was like, I turned 17 and a half in a month, so there's no point in going to driver's ed when I could just wait till I'm 17 and a half to get my permit, and I can use the money for something else, for myself. So that's what happened to the money. And
What happened to the money? You didn't say what happened. You spent it on yourself.
yes, I spent it on myself. I bought myself a new purse.
You bought a new purse.
Yes,
What kind of purse?
a Michael Kors purse.
How much was it?
About $150.
Continue your story.
With everything that is essential for me, like food and everything, like most of the time when I'm out by myself or out with my friends or anything, I spend my money on my food. But when I go home, I know that there's food at home. And like if we're out or anything, yeah, I might ask them to, but we are all out together and we're a family, and I'm still a minor. And
You're still a minor?
Yes.
Wow, you know the rules.
Yes.
You've got all the rules. And you know math very well. So you're 17 and a half. When will you be 18?
November
November what?
10th.
November 10th. Okay, let's, right around Veterans Day. That's going to be your freedom date, as a matter of fact. I hear what you're saying. Dad, where's Mom?
Mom is in the picture. She's actually at work right now.
Okay, so she's at work. So tell me some of the things you've done for your daughter. Is she your only child?
No, we actually have the 17-year-old, and we have an 11-month-old at home. We re-enlisted for another 18 years.
You poor thing. I have no idea. You were almost free. But let's talk
Exactly.
about this child, because she was an only child for a
Yeah,
long time. I'm
exactly.
sure she's the apple of daddy's eye. So tell me all the things that you and mom have done for her over the years.
You know what? She's spoiled rotten. I'll give you that. She is spoiled. She's 17 and she's already had 4 cars. She finally found one that she wants to keep, which I purchased for her. It's a classic Camaro, and I paid about $2,000 for that car. And because she didn't get her license, it's just sitting there collecting dust.
Okay, so you created this mess. That's what you did. You're a beautiful young lady. You are absolutely beautiful. But I think you're calculating and you're manipulative, like most kids. I have 3 daughters as well, 17, 18, and 22. And what you do is you want to get as much out of your parents as you can with doing the least amount. But when parents allow that to happen, that's the problem. You want to give her all the things that you didn't have. I understand that. My grandmother raised me. I grew up in the projects, all of that stuff. But let me tell you what we had. We had common sense. We had survival skills. And when you do everything for her, you're not giving her the ability to think. You're not teaching her how to be independent. Do you think that you're going to go off on your own and then miraculously spin around into Wonder Woman and figure out how to be responsible? Is that what you think is going to happen? Exactly on your 18th birthday? Do you think that's going to happen?
No.
It's not going to happen. Let me tell you something. Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and people like that, they were believing in their dreams way before their 18th birthday. There are people who have become millionaires at a young age. Your father, what business are you in?
I'm in sales.
You're in sales. What kind
Yes,
of
ma'am.
sales?
I do 401k retirement.
Okay, so you're in the financial services industry.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
in the financial services industry. So it's important for you to have a financial knowledge. It's important for you to have the information that you need so you can get ahead of the game. Tell me a little bit about your friends. What are you doing when you go out with your friends?
To the movies or to go eat or just simple, like, everyday things. Like
Everyday
go to the
things.
park.
Give me an example. When you were gone for 3 days, what did you do?
When I was gone for 3 days, I was actually with family and on a meeting with the Navy. So we had to take a trip to LA.
Okay, and so who were you with?
I was with my grandmother and my family over there. And
Okay.
then also my recruiter came to pick me up from there and take me down to LA. But they
Right,
also
and
brought
your
me back.
parents didn't know where you were?
No, I let my mother know.
You let your mother know. Okay, what happened, Dad?
Can I interject
Absolutely.
and say, when she's talking going to eat, we're not talking fast food. She likes to spend
Okay,
big
let her
money on-
speak. Tell me, where do you eat?
We'll go to BJ's. We'll go to like Que Pasa.
Yeah,
or
what do
Don
you like to
Franco's.
eat? What do you order off the menu?
Pizza sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and then from Don Perico's, I'll order a big chicken nachos.
steak.
Okay, do you eat steak? Do you eat sushi? Do you eat any of those things?
I do eat steak.
Okay, you eat steak. How big are your steaks?
There would be
What kind of steak do you like?
a sirloin. So
Sirloin.
about
Oh, okay. So
6
you got good
ounces.
taste. All right. You got
Filet
good taste.
mignon.
Well, here's the deal here. First of all, there are a couple things that are troubling me. Mr. Shorter, I see that you actually have the ability because I'm looking at your credit report, which you authorized me to pull, and because you're in the financial services industry, and most of us have learned the tough way. I filed bankruptcy. I've had all kind of mistakes. Did you know your father's made mistakes in the past financially?
Yes.
Do you have any idea why he's on top of you, trying to get you to do it the right way?
No.
You have no idea why he wants you to do it the right way.
Maybe for me to live a better life.
Absolutely. To live a better life than who?
Him.
And how are you going to learn how to live a better life if you don't think that you're responsible because you're 17 and a half and have you decided you're going to be responsible when you're 18?
Well, when I leave off to the Navy.
When you leave off to the Navy, that's your cutoff date. Let me ask you this. You love your mother and father?
Yes.
Will you continue to love them if they stop buying you extra things?
Yes.
Okay, good. I agree with you. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a wean and cut off order, all right? Now, whose idea was it for the business? Was it your idea, Dad?
Yeah, I took
All right.
the initiative to
Was it your
jumpstart
idea?
It was.
And you agreed to the idea?
Yes.
You did after he initiated it, or did you come up with it yourself? Were you an active participant in creating the business?
No.
Okay, all right, Dad, so that's your loss, right? So you're coming up with ideas for her to be in business, but it really needs to come from you. You are a beautiful young lady. You have to find your passion. You have to find your mission. You have to find your purpose. You have to decide what you're going to do with your life beyond the military. The military is great. It's going to be excellent for you for discipline because you have a spending addiction, and we're also going to talk about that. But you've got, did you know who's responsible for paying the GM lease on your credit report?
Me.
You're responsible for that. Well, there's been a couple of 30-day lates. I don't know if you know that. And that's a part of the issue here because you've had challenges in the past, bankruptcy, what have you, and so now you're on a path to the future, but something is happening here. It might be your energy. It might be you being concerned for her. But let me tell you something. You got to let her leave the nest. You got to let her grow up. So I'm going to tell you what I tell any parent, what I tell my own 3 children. Parents are responsible for 3 things: food, clothing, and shelter. Everything else is extra. If you need some soap, buy it. If you need deodorant, get it. If you want to eat extra food, get it. I don't even let my kids eat when they're home from school because if you're at school, you're going to eat 2 meals. When you're at home, you want to eat all day. Don't eat all day. Control yourself. If you want to have some extra food, then you go buy it yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
And stop trying to hang and run behind your friends because they're not thinking about being financially responsible. I guarantee you, 10 years from now, you're going to be so far ahead of the game because you will have started the process of becoming financially independent at a young age when it matters in a household with parents who love you. Do they love you?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So you've got a head start. Mr. Shorter, I am issuing you a credit restoration order. There are some things I'm going to give you here to help you get rid of this 30-day late because you've got a decent credit score, but as you know, it was excellent before these 2 30-day lates, and you're probably stressed out dealing with her. So you're going to wean and cut off. Now, I said food, clothing, and shelter, but you don't need any more clothes. So it's just food and shelter, all right? Any new clothes you want to buy has to come out of your money that you earn out of the job that you have right now. And if you want to buy extra clothes, guess what you got to do?
Work for it.
You got to work for it. Where you got to work for it at?
My job.
What job?
My cashier job.
Your cashier job, your Starbucks job, your fast food job, any job that you have that's legal and ethical, okay? That's what you're going to do, and that's what you're going to spend your time doing. So, Dad, you've got a wean and cut off order. You are only allowed to provide the basics, the absolute basics. Now, because you love your daughter, if there's an emergency or something that happens, you can help her out, but guess what? You got to pay them back. Don't go out there creating any emergencies. And by the way, with the driver license money, did you give it back to Granddad or Grandpa?
No.
Did you tell him that was your plan?
No.
Okay, so that's a little like stealing. That's what that is. So I need you to communicate with Grandpa and tell him the choice that you made with the money that he gave you for a specific purpose, all right? Now, I'm also going to put you in spending rehab. I want you to write every single thing that you spend money on every week. Tell me some of the things that you like to spend money on in addition to food and movies.
Well, just to like go do recreational things. So like to go go-kart racing or go to the trampoline place. Or,
Go-kart racing, the trampoline place. What else?
the movies.
Okay, so you're going to limit those activities. Whatever money you earn, you get to spend half of it on all of your recreation. That includes hair, that includes nails, that includes getting your toes done, that includes going to the movies, that includes the trampoline, the horse, the donkey ride, the camel. Honey, whatever you got that you figuring out that you're going to pull around, you got to do it out of that money. And the rest of the money you're going to save. Do you know why you're going to save?
To better my future.
To better your future, and you're going to save for either a rainy day or some situation that you get yourself in. You're going to try to get yourself out of it first, okay? All right, that's my ruling. You guys have a great life. This is a classic case of a parent wanting a better life for his child, but he's actually making it worse by spoiling her. You see, children are measured by simple things. They're measured by how pretty they are, how smart they are, whether they're the oldest or the youngest or the only one. And none of that is real. So in order for us to raise children, we have to give them real lessons. We have to make them really responsible. We have to give them real responsibilities that have real consequences if they don't follow them. Now, Miss Jackson is a little calculating. She finds every chance she gets to say when she's a minor, but she wants to be grown. So I'm looking forward to this parent and this child actually taking responsibility. Each person taking responsibility for their role, the parent being a parent and the child becoming an adult. I think they're going to win.
Court with Lynn Richardson.